It's Sunday evening, December 20th, and I'm trying to set up my trading week, trying to find a few good trades. Thought I would share my thoughts with you. Hello, traders. Let's see what we've got going on. We had a little bit of softness on the close Friday. Quadruple witching played a role in that. You can see how we still have this upward sloping trend line that's intact. We pulled back a little bit 2 weeks ago. We rallied up to the high, made a new high. I think we've got another little bit of a pullback coming. In almost every instance, once you've hit resistance and you get a pullback, you're going to get another little retest. This is a good example, although a much larger one. Pullback, retest, higher low, off to the races. Pullback, retest, higher low, start to grind higher. Market's getting a little toppy in here. We've got bullish sentiment off the charts. You know, I've been saying this for a long time. Been riding the upper end of the Bollinger Band. We've got VIX and VXX down near historic lows, so option implied volatility is extremely low. Those measure fear in the marketplace. Fear is very, very low. We've got complacency setting in. That's usually when you can get your biggest pullbacks. I'm not looking for anything nasty into year end right now. I'm just telling you that this is a time to be cautious. This is going to be a holiday abbreviated week. We've got a half a day of trading on Thursday. We have no trading on Friday, Christmas. So it's going to be very, very quiet. But we did have some news over the weekend. We learned that the stimulus bill is going to be passed. All you have to do is put a holiday out there to get politicians motivated. They're going to get a deal done. But this has been widely anticipated by the market. In fact, every time that they would whisper that a deal would get done, you'd see the S&P futures move higher. I'm suspecting this could be a sell the news event. I'm not talking like sell hard, dump everything. I just feel that good news is already baked in. I looked at the futures, they're down about 3 points. Now they've been able to react to that news. So we may not see a big liftoff. Stocks at a PE of 40, they are flat out rich and they are priced for perfection. They are priced for an economic recovery in Q1 that takes off and never looks back. Is that going to happen? I don't know. The vaccine's going to be distributed in time. Are people going to take the vaccines? I think there's plenty of room for the market to move around here. And I don't think that we have to be anxious to get new bullish trades off. But I am going to be looking for bullish trades. I want to be able to enter them on market pullbacks. That's what you have to be patient in doing. We've got to wait. So that is what we're going to look at. We've got a problem child, as I like to call them. One of our trades that we put on this week, it was a bullish put spread on Intel. It is not behaving well for us. Let's take a quick look at the market on Friday, and I can show you the big selling that we had here. Again, this was mainly program driven, quadruple witching. Once the momentum sets in, it tends to continue to play out. But you can see on the closing bell, we had about a 25-point rally in the last 20 minutes of trading on Friday. So a very nice, big, violent bounce. This is another reason that you don't want to play the short side too much because you get these gigantic bounces right here and they are painful. So let's take a look at Intel, see what the chart is showing me. We'll take a look at our position, and here you can see the really big drop. This was from $49 all the way down to $47.50 in the last few minutes of trading. Now you know that this is contrary to what happened with the market. Let's put the SPY overlay up. Here's what the market did. Zoom. Here's what Intel did. Yow. That's not good. This is news that came out, and Microsoft is going to be developing their own chipsets. They have been a very, very long-term relationship for Intel. This is the second shoe to drop. We heard this from Apple earlier in the year, and the stock has had a really hard time recovering from that. Let's take that overlay off of the SPY and take a look at Intel stock. You can see how it gapped down here. We had a nice double bottom, higher low. Got a nice little uptrend here. We started to fill in this gap, and now the stock hit this resistance point after just about filling in that gap, and it looked like it was ready to take off. So that's what we were kind of leaning on. And now that the stock has been absolutely pummeled, you can see how it took out major support levels. This was a support level that we were leaning on. This was a support level we were leaning on. That 50-day moving average was a support level that we were leaning on. We had support right in here that we were leaning on. Right there, you can see horizontal support. You can see horizontal support down in here. All of these levels were breached on one long candle, and look at that volume. Big spike up. So we need to adjust this position. Now, I've told you that I feel that the market might be a little bit vulnerable. I don't think it's going to be able to rally until it tests support. It may do so Monday morning. As it does so, I believe that Intel will have a chance to continue to pull back. So we're going to buy back our short put and we are going to let our long put run. Let's take a look at the exact trade that we have on. And there's Intel. So Intel, we are short the December 31 $49 put, and we are long the Intel December 31st 48.50 put. This is a put credit spread. We put this on for a 10-cent credit this week. We have to buy back the short. I believe that the stock is going to continue to move lower. We've got about 2 weeks for that to happen because those options don't expire until December 31st. So we're going to buy back the short position. Here is your order. Buy the Intel December $49 put, the December 31 $49 put, buy it back at the market Monday morning. I hate market orders. Please, if you've got a chance to watch the market for the first 5 or 10 minutes. Try and buy back those options as best you can. If Intel looks like it's running, like it's up 50 cents or so, great. Wait for it to settle down, wait for the bounce to settle down, and then buy them. If Intel's down $2, oh my gosh, don't go scrambling to buy those back in. In fact, I'm going to send you an alert before the market opens. I need to have an idea of where that stock is going to open. I need to have an idea of where the futures are going to be after they've had a chance to assess the stimulus bill. So just know we are going to be buying back the $49 puts. I will make sure and have those market comments out way before the market opens so you'll know exactly what to do. I don't want to overpay for these puts, especially with quiet trading coming up. But this long red bar here through all of these major support levels on massive volume tells me this stock is in trouble. So am I going to get bearish on it? Am I looking to make a ton of money on this? No, this is a mistake. This is a bad trade. When you have a chance to scratch a bad trade, scratch means break even, you take it. I've learned that over 30 years. You don't play around with it. You take it, you try and get out as best you can, and you move on. The reason that I don't want a lot of bearish positions on right now is I'm still bullish on the market. I think the market is going to be able to tread water for a while, and I believe that any pullback that we get is going to be brief and shallow, and that's going to be an opportunity for us to sell additional out of the money bullish put spreads. That's what we're going to be taking a look for tonight, by the way. So know that we're going to be buying in the Intel $49 put, and we're going to let the $48.50 put run. We're going to have a target that will be equal to the purchase price of the $49 put. And if we're able to sell it at the same price that we buy the $49 put for, we'll actually make 10 cents on the trade because that was our initial credit. That's how we're going to be handling that trade. Please watch for those instructions Monday morning before the open. Members, that will be emailed to you. So let's move on. Let's take a look at some other trades and see if we can find something that we'd like to enter that's actually got some relative strength. So I'm going to put up custom search, and I've already put in some of my favorite criteria. We're going to look for option liquidity of 0 to 15. Those are nice liquid options. We've got stock above prior day high. Now I want you to think about this. Think about this carefully. We had a market that sold off hard on Friday. Imagine how strong a stock would be if it actually closed above its prior day's high. It's not only up for the day, it's above the prior day's high. That's fantastic relative strength. We're also going to be looking for strength versus SPY on a D1 basis, daily basis. We'll also be looking for a trade signal on a daily basis. Those are all really good criteria. And this is a bit long for me to knock through this list. Cast a wide net and then draw it in. And for every other box that I click on here, my probability of success goes up because I'm being more and more restrictive. So now I've got a manageable list of stocks that I'm going to knock through very quickly. We're going to see if we can find some stocks that I like for trading on Monday. This does not mean go out and buy the heck out of these stocks Monday because they're going higher. That's not what I'm saying. We got to see how the futures open. If it looks like the futures are coming in and the stocks that I show you are holding up really, really well, just like they did on Friday, then they will be prime candidates to day trade on the long side. And if they start coming in a little bit, but they're still holding up well, if the market really is down big, then we know that these are going to be good candidates for us to sell out of the money bullish put spreads on. That's what I'm showing you. So please temper your excitement. Know that we're heading into a holiday season. The volumes are going to drop off dramatically. I'm looking for a couple of dips off the top here. I want to be passive. We have very, very few positions on right now. That's how I want to play it. But if there's a really good deal that comes in, I'll also be happy with that. So let's click through the charts and I'll tell you very quickly ones that I like and ones that I don't like. I really like Adobe. You can see the earnings here. You can see the reaction. You can see how the stock's been able to get through this horizontal resistance level right here. Looks great. Nice upward sloping trend line. The 480 strike price, I'm very comfortable with that. That's a nice trade for me. If I can get a decent trade off there, I would look, especially if I can get something like the 270, or excuse me, 475, 470, 250. Let's take a look at it. So I'm going to put up Adobe and we're going to go out. We'll probably have to go out to at least the January 8th expiration. With only 2 weeks left and with a lot of holidays in there, we're not going to get a lot of premium for these. That's already started to be pulled out of these options. And you can see some pretty wide bid-ask spreads as well. This spread is actually off screen a negative 120 bid for a credit spread. Well, it's just not possible. Zero is not even a price that you would take. But it gives us an idea of where the range for this is. And because I want to get a 50-cent credit for this, I'm going to adjust the price to that 50-cent credit. If I can get 50 cents for this spread, that's a really good price. And I'm going to put GTC. So we'd be selling the 475 put. We'd be buying the 472.50 put. There's $2.50 between the strike prices. I like to get 50 cents on these because if I have a successful trade, that 50 cents represents a 25% winner for me. And that being in just 3 weeks with a lot of holidays in there. So I like that spread so much that I'm going to put it in the staged order screen right here. And now members will be able to try and execute that. Let's go through. Let's take a look. I don't want to load up on a bunch of other spreads. We're going to need help to get that spread done, by the way. If the market's down, see the S&P 500 is down 20 points tomorrow, we're going to need to have Adobe probably down at that 495 level to have a shot at getting this trade off. I'm going to try and keep it working until the close Tuesday, so we'll keep it out there for 2 days. After that, if you're not filled, cancel it. We've got to do these trades on our terms. We're not going to be flapping in the wind when there's a possible market pullback, a little bit of a dip coming, and holidays. Now we're going to play it safe. We're going to wait for better trading conditions. So let's keep knocking through this list and let's see what else we've got. APPS traded this Friday. Fantastic. Big breakout right there. long green candles closing on their high, massive volume. This stock wants to go higher. Drawn upward sloping trend line, $45 coincides with that breakout. You would be looking to sell a bullish put spread below that $45 price point. Yes, I would like that. This is very spotty. You can tell by how gappy it is. Move on. Don't have any interest in that. CRM, no thank you. Fell hard, basing, takeover news. Market's not too thrilled about that. CRWD, wow. Talk about a breakout. This stock was so strong all day Friday. I don't want to chase it. I do not want to chase it here. I love the price action. I probably day trade it Monday, but apart from that, I don't want to be doing any bullish put spreads on that. You can see DD, fairly choppy stock, but really nice upward sloping trend line. I know that this stock does not have a lot of option implied volatility, so we'd have to go right at the money to get anything. I'm not going to be doing that. I'll draw an alert line here, and you can see what alert line I'd be leaning on. This is very, very nice to that 67.50 level. Love the stock. Everything looks great. I'm just not going to be trading any options on it because I'd probably have to go $1 out of the money to get any credit on it. Still a good stock to day trade. DE, really nice little breakout here on Friday through horizontal resistance. You can see the compression right in here. There's your high, there's your low. Beautiful breakout. If I put up the 1-0 squeeze indicator, you'd probably see it with lots of yellow dots in here. Yep, and that is a sign of a compression. Compress, compress, compress. Why does that interest me? When a stock is compressing, the longer and tighter the range, the bigger and more sustained the breakout. I love these patterns. Love them on day trading. I love them on a daily basis. This is a really nice breakout. 265 is your support level right here, which is the opening from Friday. A little bit close to the money for me to want to do a bullish put spread on it, but I do like DE. It might set up well for a day trade. This is a choppy stock, FTNT, Fortinet. You can see it's all over the place. Nice breakout here. Long candle closing on its high. Probably good day trade candidate. Not going to use it for a bullish put spread. You've got ITCI here. Nice downward sloping trend line there. Stock's been able to get above it. Really close on horizontal support in here. Not my favorite. Got not a lot of momentum. These bars are nice, but this is a lot of chop in here. So I like the pattern. I like the stock. MO. Don't see anything that really excites me there. Marvel actually looks pretty good. Got an upward sloping trend line here. We've got a little bit of a breakout, but another choppy one. NLOK, another choppy one. It's gone through these major horizontal resistance. No, we could do better. Oracle's been super strong recently. There you can see a big breakout on Oracle to a new high right there through that resistance level. Looks good. It looks like it wants to keep powering higher. This is another one that typically doesn't carry much in the way of option premium. There's your earnings report after the close, hence an A, and that sparked a lot of buying. Not a bad breakout. Oracle would probably be one that I would consider. I'll show you. I'm sure these options are just very, very cheap. We'd have to get down to like the 62.50 strike price, and we'll go out to December just to see if there's anything at 62.50. And we go down there. You can see they're only 18 cents bid, offered at 22. On this spread, 4 cents bid, offered at 13. Selling the 62.50s, buying the 62s. If you can get a dime for that, that's not a bad trade. That would also be a 25% return. Oracle, December 31 expiration. Sell the 62.50s, buy the 62s, do it for a dime credit. I think that'll be a trade that you can definitely have work your way. All right, let's continue on here. See if we got a couple of other stocks. At very least, the stocks that I'm showing you will be good for day trades. PayX, really nice. Horizontal breakout right here. Love these little gaps in here. Big volume. That's a nice one. This stock's probably going to continue to go. 94.50 is the strike. Here I was just going to show you one trade or so, and this is how easy it is for us to find trades. And this is just what we do every single day. Going to take a look at the 92.50s here. They only have monthly options. So if I go down to the 92.50s, I'd actually like to get down to maybe even the 90s if I can. That's very, very close to the money at 96, 92. So if we go inside of that down to maybe the 92.50 strike price, get inside this compression, we should have some support in there. And you can see that the 92.50s are 2 standard deviations out of the money. That is the blue line. That also increases our probability of success. On a spread like that, I'd need to get 50 cents. 10 cents bid, offered at 90 cents. Better check the earnings date. Earnings are coming out on 12/23. Nope. That's why those premiums were fairly high. Always have to check the earnings date. So we're going to get earnings on this one this week. But that is a very nice breakout. Obviously, somebody thinks that that number is going to be good. And normally I will go in and filter out earnings, but because we're pretty much through earnings season, I did not bother to do that. Pepsi, it's too choppy. Can you trust this breakout? It was on big volume. I don't know. Tails above body on this resistance level. Every time it tries to get through, it backs off. I'm not crazy about that. Plug's been a nice stock. Really nice horizontal breakout here. Good upward sloping trend line. Yeah, maybe you could try and sell something down around the $26 level in here. Distance yourself. PTON. Nice downward sloping trend line. Breach to the upside. Strong candles here. Trying to get through resistance at the all-time high. May not be too bad. Sono was the next one. SONO. And this is really nice. I like this one actually. We're going to bring up some option chains on this to see if there are any decent options. Uh, love the compression, love the breakout here. So you can see big gap up, horizontal resistance, gaps up, long green candle closing on its high. At some point, you're going to test that open. Tested it the next day, succeeded, rallied up, pulled back, higher low. As you can see where buyers were coming in here. Before they were okay buying here. Now they're like, it's not ever going to get down here. I'll be buying like crazy in here. Spends a few days down here and then off to the races. Now we're through that horizontal resistance level. I'd love to sell something around that $21 strike on it. I don't know that we're going to get much premium for it with the stock at 24. Let's find out. Let's see. This is the routine that we've got to go through. You can see there are only January 25s on this, so it's only got monthly options. Not a lot for us to choose from. And in fact, the 2250s are probably as good as we'll be able to do, which is still inside of the breakout. There's your breakout. That would be support. We're inside of it. And let's do the 2250 and the 20s. And I'd need to get at least 50 cents for that. And that is actually in range. Not a bad trade. I'd have to say I'd take a pass on that one. I like the stock. I like everything about it. Just very, very close to the money. And actually, the probability of success on this trade would be higher than normal, even though it's $2.50 between the strike prices on a 2250 stock. $2.50 is a lot. That's 10% right there between the strike prices. This is a nice stock. I think this is one you can day trade. I'm going to call it a night here very, very quickly. I'm just going to go through USO as an ETF. I just want to show you, look at this. This is great. VUZI horizontal breakout through the 520 level. Got big volume on this one. Who needs to trade options? You can just trade the stock. This stock has a full head of steam. Really looks good. Zenga, choppy, choppy, choppy. It's getting some things going here, but you know, this looked pretty good in here and then it started to fade. So, yes, I would consider this for a day trade. It's got good volume coming in right here. Nice little breakout, but not fantastic. ZS. This is awesome. I love this. We actually had have a bullish put spread on this one. And you can see how this resistance level was breached Friday. Great relative strength, upward sloping trend line here, big breakout after earnings. ZS is a fantastic looking stock. Let's go through the list. I showed you an Adobe spread. I like it. CRW, super, super strong stock. Put that on your list. Oracle looks good. SONO, really like it. VUZI, gangbuster, strong, great for day trading. ZS wants to go. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on your notifications so that you never miss any of these videos, because I'm going to load them up with lots of great trades, just like I did tonight. Word of caution, super light holiday volume this week, low probability trading environment, market likely to come in a little bit, may present an opportunity for us if we're very, very patient. Wait for those stocks to come in as much as they possibly can and see if you can get some of these spreads done at an attractive price. I'm looking for a lot of sideways action the next couple of weeks. Your best bet is to sell out of the money bullish put spreads on strong stocks. Distance yourself from the action. Let accelerated time decay work in your favor. That's what you need to be doing right now. Thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers, and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.